Apple TV gets some great new features in tvOS 26. Coming this fall, you'll be able to do full-on karaoke with your Apple TV and even use your iPhone as a microphone. More customization for screensavers like the aerials, all new liquid glass design across Apple TV, even get call notifications and live translation if you do FaceTime, and there's a very welcome update to AirPlay. Number 1. When you first start Apple TV with tvOS 26, you can choose your profiles right from the start, making it much easier to switch profiles, and especially if you have kids, they can choose theirs right from the screen. Now you can also turn that splash screen off by going to the settings, go to users and accounts, and here where it says profile picture, you can choose to hide that, and now it'll go straight to the home screen on Apple TV. You can also choose to hide suggested users, which are people in your iCloud family that you haven't added to the Apple TV yet. Now you'll just see profiles that actually have accounts on this Apple TV. Number 2, a huge upgrade for AirPlay speakers. If you go back to the settings, when you're running tvOS 26, we'll go back to the main settings screen and then down to video and audio. From here, you can now go to audio output, and previously, if you had HomePods connected to the Apple TV, those could be chosen as a default speaker. But now you can choose any AirPlay speaker and your Apple TV will default to that anytime you turn it on in the future. So I have a bunch of HomePods here. Yes, we have a lot of HomePods, but I could choose something like a pair of Sonos One SLs. You can also select multiple, but I'll uncheck the TV speakers right now. And then that AirPlay speaker will be permanently chosen for this Apple TV. Number 3, my favorite screensaver on Apple TV are the aerials, but sometimes there's an aerial that's really bright, and if you're watching in a dim room, it can be a little harsh. Well, now when you go to the settings in tvOS 16, you can go down to screensaver, and then go to the aerial section, and you can pick and choose what aerials will loop. You can choose to hide all and then just select specific aerials you'd like to see, or click show all, and if there's just a few that seem a little too bright, I know this one usually catches me off guard, then you can go through cityscape, earth, landscape, and just disable the ones that you don't want to see in the rotation. You still have the ability to show memories and slideshows as your screensaver on Apple TV, and you can go down to portraits and it will pull photos of your friends and family that you choose and use those as your screensaver. All right, number 4, and this is going to be the big one, karaoke on Apple TV. Now, unfortunately, this is only available on the newest Apple TV 4K 3rd generation. So if you have an older Apple TV, you're not going to see this app. But with the latest version and with tvOS 26, you'll see the new Sing app here. When you open the Sing app, it looks a lot like Apple Music, and now you can choose one of these built-in playlists or search for a specific song. And then when you go into a playlist, you can actually connect multiple iPhones to use as a microphone, and the audio will come through your TV speakers. So for instance, let's click Connect iPhone Mic. Now, if you have an iPhone that's connected to that iCloud account that's on the Apple TV, you'll see a notification drop down here, and you can just tap it and then accept to use this iPhone as a microphone. Now you can also have other people scan the QR code on screen. Users do have to be running iOS 26 or newer, and no, you can't use an iPad for the Sing feature. But now either on the Apple TV or on one of the iPhones that are connected, you can start playing a song here, you can adjust the playlist, and anyone who's connected can actually add songs to the Sing playlist as well. Also, if someone doesn't want to sing, but they want to react and actually show emojis on screen, they can go into this mode, and let's actually start playing a song here on the Apple TV. And now as the song is going, someone could be singing karaoke style. People who are connected can actually share emojis that pop up on screen. Someone can still scan a QR code and join the song. You can adjust the volume of the vocals of the track you're playing. You can go to the 3 dots, and then you have a ton more options. You can change the visual effect to either stellar, neon, or sparkle, and that will change the entire background of your TV while you're doing karaoke. Let's check out the neon look, very psychedelic. And there's the sparkle, that feels karaoke-like. You can even choose Sing with Camera, and then that will actually switch to the camera. I'll choose one of the iCloud accounts here. You'll see the notification pop up on the iPhone, tap accept. And now the entire person's camera will take up the TV screen with the lyrics next to it, and now you're really on screen performing for the room. You can also search and choose a specific song. Then on the iPhones acting as microphones, you can actually tap here to change the volume of the song vocals in the background, and even adjust the reverb effect on the iPhone microphone. Also, it tells you to sing into the top microphone on your iPhone, apparently. All right, here we go. Do you remember the 21st night of September? All right, that's it, because YouTube's gonna take me down for copyright. So yeah, this Sing feature, it's gonna be pretty cool. Number 5, the liquid glass redesign across all of Apple's operating system, well, is here on Apple TV as well. Actually, for TV shows and movies, they now have this vertical style poster, and you can see the glass effect, even running your hand over the trackpad on your Apple TV remote. You can see that little shimmer there. If you go into Control Center, you see lots of glass effects there. Here on a more colorful background, if I pull down the Control Center, you'll see all those glass effects on the buttons. When you're looking at a movie or TV show, you also see this little symbol, which kind of gives you a snapshot. The liquid glass design also carries into the player. You can notice it on some of these buttons, some reflections on the edges, and a little bit of redesign here, like play from the beginning and go to the movie info. Number 6, you'll actually be able to get call notifications on the Apple TV when someone calls your phone. You can set this up in the settings. If you go to the settings on your Apple TV, users and accounts, scroll down and you'll see the show incoming calls option. It doesn't show it's available even on my account where iOS 26 is on my iPhone, so I imagine this will be available closer to the public launch this fall, which right now the public beta is out and anyone can try it for free, but all these features will be rolled out to Apple TV for everyone come September. Number 7, the FaceTime app has been redesigned, so liquid glass design and updated look here on the left-hand side. And when you FaceTime someone, not only do you have the option for live captions here at the bottom, but with tvOS 26, you'll actually be able to get the live translations as well. Yeah, no live translations just yet, but it should be coming this fall. And finally, Apple announced an API for cross-device login. So ideally, when you log into the Disney Plus app on your Apple TV or iPhone, that login should carry to all your Apple devices with that same iCloud account. Hopefully that means much less logging in, especially if you have multiple Apple TVs, an iPad, and iPhone. Also, there's a couple of bonus hidden features like Thread 1.4 is now supported on Apple TV 4K 2nd generation and newer, so it might help some of your smart home connectivity. And it supposedly gets more reliable for smart hub duties as an Apple TV. I'll let you know, so get subscribed, hit that like button, because I have lots of smart home content, including full tours of my smart home. If you want to see that, check it out above. Also, if you want to know some tips for Apple TV that I think you probably have never seen before, check out my video on those right up here. If you have any questions on tvOS 26 or any of the iOS updates, let me know down in the comments. More videos on all the software updates and OSs this fall, plus iPhone 17 and any other new hardware. There's going to be a ton of new videos this fall as well. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.